Yeah. You might see me, nigga, with a rack or two. And if I had to bring them choppers, they gon' blast it.
What's up, everybody? This is Roddy Rod. I'm coming at you again with another reaction video. And this video that I'm going to be reacting to is titled Many Black Men Are Pushed to Date Outside Their Race. Now, it's actually a short on YouTube, and it's coming from Crew Season. So if you want to follow them or see if you can find this video, it's at Crew Season on YouTube. And I just wanted to hit on it real quick just to kind of give my thoughts on it. And as always, when I watch these videos, I usually watch them for about 10 seconds. And then I just kind of see what they're going to say. And then I try to react to it. I don't want to watch the whole video and then give a reaction to it. Just so I can have real time thoughts as I'm giving these reaction videos. So I'm going to go ahead and get started.
Outside their race, outside of our black race, were looked at as lames in the black community.
Yeah.
It wasn't a situation where it's like, okay, now I grew up aspiring to be with a white woman. What the story is typically I grew up, I was in my black neighborhood, I didn't fit in, the women didn't want me, I would shoot my shot, and they would curve me over and over and over again. But then when
Now, my question is to a lot of guys, did you experience this? Did this happen to you? And if so, did it make you actually turn in the same direction that this guy's turning into? Now, I can't admit to that because some of my ways and just being the type of person that I am, I have experienced like a lot of black women call me like lame or maybe not as like tough or something as some of these other guys just because I didn't give a certain reaction or something that they didn't like. But don't get me wrong, all of that stuff, it don't make you an alpha male. It doesn't make you some type of tough guy or anything like that. So I be trying to wonder why a lot of women are attracted to some of these guys when they're really just assholes, if you ask me, because it doesn't take a man being an asshole to a woman for her to understand that you're a man. I think you don't have to be like that. There's other ways to show that. But I'm just gonna go ahead and I just threw my own little 2 cents in there though. Like I said, these are my natural reactions to these videos, so I'm gonna let him continue.
when I went to talk to this white girl, she was vibing with me, and we just picked it up and then went from there. So now I date white women now, but it's
So my thing is the issue that I do find personally, you know, I'm gonna get me a black one. I'm gonna date one. I'm gonna marry one eventually. But I do notice that it seems like a lot of these white women who are with these black guys, they seem to be a little more submissive, a little more caring, a little more nurturing, a little bit more feminine. I hate to say it like that because a lot of black women now that I've noticed, these are my personal experiences, they tend to try to be controlling. They almost want to take on the role of a man. And it's like, that's what I'm here for. You're trying to be a man and you want to do manly things. For example, when you hear women say, guys, they sleep around and do this and that. And if I do it, how's it wrong? Guys do it. And I hate those type of arguments because it really is a double standard. Let's just be honest. It's a double standard for men and for women. You know, some guys, they tend to sleep around. But if a woman does it, she's a hoe. So that to me, that's just one of those things that you can't do that as a woman. You don't want to do what a man does. I don't want to try to do what women do. Like men, you don't want men sitting around being gossipy and bitchy all day. I don't think women would like that. I don't think they would like that at all.
But it's not a situation where it's like, oh no, I was bred, I was taught since young, and oh no, I want to be the white woman. Black woman, hell no, I'm good. Now when the same dude, that nerd who was lame in the neighborhood, you wasn't given no opportunity. Hell no, I don't want to go on no date. Just get away from me. Da, da, da. The same dude 15 years later is a multimillionaire. And now he's dating a white woman, and you looking at him like, oh, it's soul.
Exactly. I see that a lot. I know guys like this that in high school, they were lames. They clowned them. treated them bad, didn't want to date them, didn't even look their way. Now you see these guys, maybe you're on some type of social media and they got cars, they got a nice house. Some of them, they not may not be married or they may not even be in a relationship. But you do notice that women from high school that I've seen, they'll comment, all of a sudden it's like, oh, you like him now. And you can tell by the way they comment and saying things to him. It's like, nah, I remember you from high school. You didn't like guys like that. You got a couple of kids now. Things are not looking quite so good for you. Now you see this guy as somebody who could be a potential person for somebody you to date. I don't think that's fair. And I think in our community, a lot of that happens when it comes to guys who are quote unquote like nerds, smart guys who tend to be doing the right thing. They labeled as nerds or they labeled as lames. And most women in our community don't want to deal with those guys. For some reason, they gravitate towards the quote unquote macho guys who are in the streets selling drugs or just maybe a asshole type of guy, a guy who really didn't try hard enough in school. He was just there, but he was like a bully type guy. And when it's all said and done, you've seen it. They may have had a kid with that guy in high school, or they may ended up graduating and marrying that guy, or just being in a long-term relationship with that guy. I hate to say married because a lot of times they're not even married. They end up having a lot of kids, and you can tell they have regrets when you see them around town. The looks on their faces, and even the comments that they make on social media, you can tell that they're kind of bitter about their situation. I think I'm gonna let him finish. He didn't have much to say left.
Sold out. Most dudes
Let's watch it
that I
again from
know
top
who
to
date
bottom.
outside their race, outside of our black race, were looked at as lames in the black community.
Yeah.
It wasn't a situation where it's like, okay, now I grew up aspiring to be with a white woman. What the story is typically I grew up, I was in my black neighborhood, I didn't fit in, the women didn't want me, I would shoot my shot and they would curve me over and over and over again. But then when I went to talk to this white girl, she was vibing with me. And we just picked it up and then went from there. So now I date white women now. But it's not a situation where it's like, oh, no, I was bred, I was taught since young, and oh, no, I want to be the white woman. Black woman, hell no, I'm good. Now, when the same dude, that nerd, who was lame in the neighborhood, you wasn't given no opportunity, hell no, I don't want to go on no date. Just get away from me. Da, da, da. The same dude 15 years later is a multimillionaire. And now he's dating a white woman, and you looking at him like, oh, it's sold out.
Yep. That's another point I wanted to hit on too. When they see these guys, if they are with a white woman, they're gonna bash him. They're gonna say he's so loud, this, and that, but they neglect the fact that you could have had this guy. You had a prime opportunity to catch him before all of this shit happened, before everything took off, before he made all of the money. You could have been right there. But you chose the latter. And now you're mad at him for his choices. Don't get me wrong. I would like for the black man to be with another black woman. Black Americans should be together. But how can you really fault somebody when they've been dogged out their whole life? I know some people, they're going to bash them and say, well, it still don't matter. It still don't matter. Well, damn. How many times can somebody tell you that they don't like you before you just say, I'll just go somewhere else where I'm wanted? And you can't be mad at these people. A lot of people, like I say, they will be mad at them. I can't do it. I personally would prefer to marry a black American woman, date a black American woman, have kids with a black American woman. But if the guy hasn't been treated fairly and he doesn't think he's getting a fair shake, especially when he's a successful person, what do you expect? But those are my thoughts, man. When y'all watch these videos, leave some comments at the bottom. And if you have other videos that you would like for me to react to, send them to me through one of my social media platforms. Whenever I get more people, I'll give y'all like my email address. I'm not going to do it right now, but if you got a video you want me to react to, just leave it in the comment section of this video and I'll go back and I'll see it. And then maybe I'll do a video to it if I like it enough. I'll catch y'all next time. Follow me on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. Follow me on X. I'm at DJ Roddy on X. And you can follow me on TikTok at The Real Roddy Rod. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.